This conference will now be recorded.
So you should be working with me. So we have a type 1. I'm just going to put the accounts in cash. What's my credit to? I'm going to stop. This is 200,000. So what we want to do next is post this entry. So I need you to click on the cash account, and hit Control C. Click on the cash account and hit Control C. Then we're going to go to the T account, cash. Going to click on cash. We're going to do a paste link. So you're going to right click that account and go to paste special and go to paste link. Has everyone done that? And so the reason we do that is because number one, we're getting the posting done, but if we need to go back and change something, it's going to change here. So if I were to change this journal entry to, let's go and post the common stock first. So we're going to go to common stock now. We're going to do a Control C again. And we're going to go to the T accounts. Go over to common stock. We're going to right click on common stock. Go to paste special and hit paste link. So the reason that we do that, if we go back to the journal entry, if we were to change common stock to 300,000, if we were to make that change and we go to T accounts, is the 300,000. So once we put that post link in, and anything we put in that journal entry will change automatically in the T accounts. So I'm going to change it back to the 200,000. Does everybody see that? You should have your T accounts out, and you should be hitting Control C. Then when you get ready to post it, you take it there and you right click and you paste the link. You paste the link. Let's go to our next account where we purchase inventory on account for 200,000. So that's going to be a type what? 12. And so we're going to debit what?
Inventory.
We're going to debit inventory of 200,000, and we're going to credit accounts payable for 200,000. We're going to post it the same way. We're going to go to inventory. I have an account over here, so I'm going to click on inventory 200, and I'm going to do a control C. Then I'm going to go to the T account, go to inventory, click on it, right click, space, paste special, paste link, 200,000. I'm going to go back to the account payable, and I'm going to once again hit the control C. I'm going to go to the T account for accounts payable. I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to hit paste special and go on to paste the link. Let's move next to journal entry 3. And what happens in journal entry 3? We paid the dividends in the amount of 20,000. That's going to be a type what? 10. So we're going to debit what? Dividends. We're going to credit cash. The amount was 20,000. So let's do the same thing. We're going to click on dividends. We're going to hit a control C. We're going to go to the T accounts for dividends. Click on it. Right click, paste special, paste the link. We're going to go back to the journal entries again for the credit to cash. We're going to hit a control C. Then we're going to go back to the T accounts. We're going to go to cash. We're going to right click on cash, hit the paste special, and paste the link. Okay, at this point, we're going to do a quick auto sum of everything. Okay, so we're going to do an auto sum of everything in cash right now. Then we're going to put our formula in, and that formula is going to be equal, shift parentheses. We're gonna click on the debit side, minus sign. We're gonna click on the credit side, close our parentheses, and we have the 180,000. Okay, so here's where we also get some help. We're now going to click on the cash and hit Control C. And what do you think we're going to do?
Put
We're
it
going
in
to
our
go.
trial balance.
We're going to go to our trial balance. Click on that cash. Do a paste special. Paste in the link. We might just go on our balance sheet also. Right click, paste special, paste the link. Are there any questions on what we've just done? Do you think that will help you? Is that going to make a difference at all? What about it,
Yeah.
Callahan?
Yes, especially if you need to make like some corrections.
Green, is that going to make a difference, you say?
Yes, it's
Okay.
helpful.
So what I want you all to do is to do the other 7 journal entries just like that. So you should have your Excel sheet out, and you're going to make journal entries 4 through 10, doing the same thing. So does everyone see what I'm asking you to do? And so this is going to be your new go-to spreadsheet. When you take the exam on Tuesday, you're going to have a blank one of these sheets ready. See, so you will already have your formulas in. And once you make that journal entry and post it, you should be coming straight to your trial balance. So no more to make the journal entries and then posting and the trial balance. You will have that already done if you get your sheet together. So now when you're taking your 2 minutes to do a journal entry, now you've got your posting and the trial balance already done. So I don't initially teach it that way because I want you to see what's happening. But now we're to the point where you should, you work those problems. And so we're trying to have Excel work even smoother for you. I think we said we're going to have a quiz on Tuesday. And if you're able to knock that quiz out, then that will be your midterm. If you don't, then you complete the midterm on Thursday. Now, given our disruption and everything, I'm planning on everybody passing the midterm. How many people planning on passing the midterm eventually in here? How many people gonna pass the midterm? Is there anybody who's not gonna pass the midterm? Because on that Thursday of next week, we'll be working together in the class to get it done. So you better ask questions. So the idea is that we still gonna get it done, but you'll be able to ask me questions. We're gonna have assistance so you can get through. So you just got to be here. So if you're here, I can make sure you get a C. On Tuesday, you've done this 4 times. So if someone asks, we'll have the midterm on Tuesday. And if you finish up on Tuesday, then you don't have to be here on Thursday. You'll be working on your study problem. If you don't finish on Tuesday, then you'll be here on Thursday. So I've got to sign the study problem. So someone said they got it now. Thank you. You're welcome. So I've been signing these and I haven't graded them, but y'all turn them in. So I hope you're doing your work and turn them in. Then you should be able to do a basic problem like this on Tuesday. Do we have everything done? Where are we? Where are we, Callahan? You're not planning on being here on Thursday, are you, Callahan?
No, not at all. I'm just doing my links.
Okay. So Bell Thomas, how you coming?
It's gonna take some work.
Yeah, but once you do it, it's done. So just keep in mind, this is your new go-to spreadsheet. You clear the numbers out, You don't have to do this again. It's going to do it automatically for you. Does everyone understand that?
So even when we delete the numbers and we just save it, because I have a blank sheet that I've been using for all our work. So if I
Yeah.
add the link and I delete the numbers when we reopen it, like
This
it
is
won't delete
this
the page.
is your new spreadsheet. You're gonna put your name when we finish today. You're gonna put your name on this. You're gonna label this your name, integrated accounting cycle spreadsheet, and you're gonna save it. Then you're gonna clear out all of these numbers. This is your new spreadsheet. Do we have that?
Yeah, so clearing out the numbers don't delete the paste link.
Nope, does not delete the paste link.
Okay, I got it now.
And so, of course, you want to practice on this, so you got this. You go back and work another problem on this. Uh, you can go to 20, what's number 5, or you can go back to another one. So you do want to practice this. So you want to clear it out and practice it on another problem to make sure your spreadsheet is working. That way, when you take the exam and you begin to work on your study problem, you've cut your time in half. Is that right, Boris?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you don't clear the words. You don't have to worry about the words. All you're doing is clearing out these numbers. So when you get, when you finish up, you clear out every number on the trial balance, the balance sheet, the T accounts, the journal entry. You're going to clear all of those out. And what I'll do is I'll probably try to use a lot of the same account names. I may add a couple more expenses. But other than that, I will keep the same account. So you're gonna have these same accounts. So you can't even say you're not familiar with them. I mean, how easy is that? The same accounts, and you just got to go through this process. What about it, Vaughn? So are your numbers coming up on the trial balance? So let's take about 10 more minutes, okay? About 10 more minutes. So you still have got to make the right journal entry. You still got to make the right journal entry. And we should always make sure we have no issues with a number 15 where we're debiting account receivable and crediting sales. Then a number 3 where we collect the cash. And then, of course, the payment of interest uh, and principal, and you're paying the note and the interest. So these are debited and the cash is credited. So you still got to make the right journal entries. What was happening to your cash account every time you put something in it? What happened to your cash account every time you put something in it?
It increases.
It increases.
So what was our final cash balance? What did everybody get for cash? How much cash do we have? I got 275. Is that right, Callahan? Is that right, Boris?
I didn't get that far yet.
Okay. Fish, what did you get for cash? Y'all must be slow today. Green, what did you get for cash?
Not 275. So I'm
What did you
checking.
get?
Um,
I may have done. Campbell, Callahan, what did you get
I mean, 75,
for cash?
Yeah,
75,000.
I got 75,000 too.
I'm assuming you all are right and I left something out.
It was 400,000 on the debit side and 325,000 on the credit side. And then when you did the difference, it was 75,000.
Okay, I may have left something out because I was working quick. How much do we have in receivables now?
50,000.
So
oh,
we go to this T account for receivables. We can go here. We can go and sum both sides. Then we can hit this equal sign. Get the debits minus the credits. That's 50,000. Then with the 50,000, we can click on it. Control C. Then now we can come down trial balance. Now space. I'll paste special. Paste the link, and it's there. Okay, so does everybody see the screen and see where we are? Can everybody see the screen?
Yes, yes.
So do you understand what you're doing now? Let's put the inventory in. How much is inventory? How much is the inventory?
200. 200,000.
Okay, so the inventory is 200,000. How much is the land?
150.
150,000.
Accounts payable? Is that 50,000? Get an interest expense here. So our note payable at this point is going to be how much? $80,000. Common stock,
200,000.
dividends,
20,000.
sales,
250,000.
rent expense,
25,000.
salary expense,
50,000.
and interest expense.
10,000.
So if we auto sum these, how do we come out? And of course, you could have had your auto sum on all the time. You could have had your auto sum on all the time. So every time you do something, it's moving it through for you. Now, if we want to do an income statement, what do we have to do? We will take our sales number, then for the expenses, you can come in here and you can put the links over. You can just copy them this way, copy. We can put them, as you can see, all of our expenses are there. So we could put the links in if we want to. Then if we auto sum our expenses, what's our total going to be? Probably 85,000 if you add all those up. And so the net income is always going to be equal to, we don't have any return, so the net sales is 250. We don't have any cost of goods sold, so the gross profit is 250. So if we wanted to put the formula in, we just put it in here. We'd have gross profit, put it out equal, parentheses, so several ways to do it, or you can even have those expenses come directly here, but it's probably better secret that what everything from sales on down goes on the income statement. Are there any questions on that? Then for in terms of how much we retained in the business, there was no beginning inventory. We're going to add the net income. So we got a subtotal of 165. Our dividends, we look right here, get that 20,000. And so our ending retained earnings is going to be 145. Any question on where we are so far?
No, but Professor Boyd, I have a question for you.
Yes.
I know that we're using the links in the spreadsheet. However, if you change up the question order at all, these links are going to put the amounts in different places where they're not necessarily supposed to go.
And that's a possibility. You'll have your standard entries, and if it's something different, you just have to move your journal entry elsewhere. You have your standard journal entries. If you're not fitting in these standard journal entries, you come down here somewhere. Got it?
Yeah.
But most of them are going to be standard. But I got a solution to that, of course. We have a solution, but we'll get. But do you understand this? That so that's first of all. Can you do the basic trial balance and get here with what we've done so far with the links?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so cash, we said we had. If I can clear these contents. When we get ready to do a balance sheet, we're doing what? We're doing everything from retained earnings up. Notice retained earnings has a zero balance. But what is that balance on the balance sheet going to be for retained earnings? What are we going to have here as a reminder? We're going to remind ourselves on the balance sheet that it is not uh, zero, but it's what? It's going to be this ending retained earnings that's on the statement of retained earnings. It's going to be that ending statement of return. So now if we do the balance sheet, our cash should have already been here at 75,000. I was kind of messing around. The receivable is going to come straight down at 50,000. But see, you could have linked those in. So 50 and 200. So the total of the current assets is going to be what, 325? And our land was what, 150. Total long-term assets is 150. So total assets is 475,000. Then we come up here and get our account payable, note payable, 50,000 and 80,000. Account payable, 50,000. Our note payable is 80,000. So our total liabilities are what? 130,000. We're gonna pull our common stock down. That would have been what? 200. We're gonna put in our new retained earnings, which is 145,000. And so this gives us total stockholders equity of what? 345, and total equity uh, and liabilities equals what? It's
I think
475,000. Okay. Are there any questions? Let's look at the closing entries quickly. And you notice on the spreadsheet, I have the closing entries right by the amounts that are involved. So when we make that first closing entry to close out revenue, we right there, we're going to debit revenue and credit income summary. And when we get ready to close out these expenses, they're right here. And so we're now going to debit income summary for 85,000. And we're going to put these three amounts in here. So here, all you got to do is the closing entries are coming straight from this income statement. And we said closing entry 3 was always what? The net income. So you notice closing entry 3 is that net income. And so you're going to debit income summary, and you're going to credit retained earnings. And the amount is 165. So to keep you from putting in the ending retained earnings of 145, everything, I have it right there. And what is the final closing entry? Notice where I got it at, right there where the dividends are on the statement of retained earnings. And so we're going to debit retained earnings, and we're going to credit dividends. So now, do we see how to do an income statement? Are there any questions on how we do an income statement? Okay, why don't we plan to do this? We'll practice again on Tuesday, sister, and we'll do another problem. This is problem what? We did problem what? 2 today. Which homework you want to do? You want to do the long one?
Five.
Number 5. We're gonna do
5.
we're gonna do 5. 5 is good because as you work on that, you have more journal entries you have to make, and so you'll have more things in place. So we'll be doing 5, but you need to have the journal entries made. If you don't understand the journal entry at that point, just skip it and leave place for it to do it when we get here. But overall, so you've got 20 journal entries. You should have every relevant T account. And so you'll be updating your spreadsheet now. So this is the basic one. You'll go and update it, change it as need be. So by having a more comprehensive spreadsheet, then you'll be able to fill things in a lot easier. But if something doesn't work or you need to change something, you just simply go and clear the content. So if a journal entry is no longer relevant, you need to put another one in. You take that journal entry out and clear the contents, then move it in. Still, eventually, your cash is never going to change. So your cash is always being calculated for you. And if you have more interest involved in cash, you simply got to put those in. So let's go to 20. Let's go to 5, which has the 20 journal entries. And you practice on that. You start before class time on it now. And you all have, a bunch of y'all have it submitted. Now you need to go back and work it a different way, a smart way. So that'll help you. So go back and work it this way and get you a integrated spreadsheet that you're going to be working with. So we'll do that on Tuesday, and then we'll do the midterm on Thursday. Are there any questions? So this is just something you got to practice with. But once you get this set up, you'll be able to knock out your trial balance and your posting, just by making the journal entry. It's already done for you. Most of you can make journal entries. So if you just do the right journal entry and, in terms of the order of the journal entries as you work a problem, some of that may change. So you got a choice of move it to another number, a location in the journal entries, or just change that journal entry, whatever works best for you. So since we have 20 journal entries coming up, uh, just adjust it and change it. You just clear contents as you're going through and get the new ones in. So let's plan to get the 20 in and get that done. But overall, the process is the same. And at the end of the day, a lot of those things are going to happen for you. We will try to, so if we do the 20, then what I'll do on the midterm is I'll pick out of the 20. So you'll have the journal entry, you just got to go to the right one. So some people may have 20, others may not have 20. You just got to go to the right journal entry. So our focus is just how to streamline the work for you more. And if you have a standard template like this, you may have to make some adjustments, but still at the end of the day, you're getting it posted and done for you. So, so in actuality, you would want to have as many of the accounts and everything already in there, and in terms of the journal entries, as well as especially the T accounts. You put in all the T accounts. You put all the T accounts on the trial balance. So if you have all the T accounts, that we typically use, and if you have all of those accounts on the trial balance, then you'll be able to, put in journal entries and do what you need to do. Sometimes you may have to clear out an old journal entry and put in a new one, but you can handle that. But let's just practice on that with 20. So see what works best for you, and then we'll do the 21. I guess that's number 5 next time. Any questions?
Are we not gonna have the exam on Tuesday? We doing
We're not.
exam 5?
No, we're
No?
not, because I think we need to work with the links another time. Now,
Okay.
you don't have to use links when we eventually do the exam. You don't have to use links if you don't want them. But as you work longer problems and everything, it can be a help. And what we're trying to do is always to learn smarter and make Excel work better for us. In actual practice, these links are going to be in, or if you're creating a spreadsheet, people are going to expect you to be able to create the spreadsheet with appropriate links, and that you wouldn't go through generalizing and then putting them in there manually and then doing all of that manually. They're going to expect that you will be able to work with links and other things. Okay? So you all have a pleasant weekend. Work some problems with some links, and then we'll be link specialists come next week. So the practice on Tuesday, then the exam will be on Thursday. And I'll post this. Have a good day, everyone. Gotta get to this 4 o'clock class.